Where we change gears slightly, we focus more on the touch capabilities of PlayStation Vita. Our play, create, share genre of games lend themselves perfectly to Vita's variety of user interfaces and social connectivity. Front and rear touch and the inbuilt cameras make creating within the game a creator's dream. And sharing on the go via Wi-Fi or 3G makes for instant gratification. Creating and sharing anytime and anywhere has never been so intuitive. So here to show you the latest on Little Big Planet is the exec producer, Pete Smith.
Hi there. So when we first heard about PlayStation Vita, we were really excited to think about what we could do bringing across the PlayStation 3 version of Little Big Planet with all of the cool features that it's got, such as all of the tools and the gadgets and the online play. And all the things which made Little Big Planet on PlayStation 3 such a compelling experience. However, it was only really when we got our hands on the dev kits that we saw the potential to do far more than just bring the game across directly. With the power of the Vita and all of the new inputs, we realised it was a fantastic opportunity to create a completely new game with completely new gameplay experiences. We also knew we could make the game much more accessible using the touch interface, which is something which we strive to do with every version of Little Big Planet. So we always talk about Little Big Planet in three sections: play, create and share. So play is obviously the most important aspect of any game. Today I'm going to show you a demo of our gameplay and show you how it's evolved from the PlayStation 3 version, and show you how the PlayStation Vita gives a fresh experience using all of the features of the device. So I'll just dive over and drop the game. Okay, so first thing you'll see, this is a carnival level. I'm just going to use the multi-touch to open the curtains and introduce Sackboy. So on this level, you'll see everything which is this blue material is touchable material, and you could define that however you wanted in the levels that you build. So I'll just jump, grab the sponge, and open the door. Okay, and in traditional Little Big Planet style, I'm now going to go into the whale's mouth, and in his belly you will find a piano. So this is play the piano, and if I play LP, that'll open the door and let me through. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll just open up Pop-It. And Pop-It is all touch driven, again making a nice simple interface, and I'll select the costume and I'll select Jack Sparrow. And we purposely chose that costume just to show that most of the costumes that you actually bought DLC on PlayStation 3 will automatically come across to the PlayStation Vita version for free, which we think is a very cool feature. So I'll grab this wheel, jump across, and now you'll see here's some more of the touchable material, and I can just touch on that and use that to fire Sackboy up into the air. Okay, so now I've got a different challenge where I need to use the tilt. This guy's got grabbable feet. So one of the things what we weren't sure about when we started prototyping the game was, is it going to work to move your fingers from traditional buttons across the touch and back? And actually we found it's really intuitive to try to solve puzzles using all of the features, while we're using grab and touch at the same time. And I'll jump back onto this guy. Oops. Float across. Okay, there's a bounce pad to jump up. Take a photograph of myself. So now I've got a nice, simple puzzle how to get up to the upper layer, or I'll just touch this touchable material and bring it down. I've got some bubbles on the way. Now this is a little bit more of a complex puzzle. I've got a door here which I need to get past. I've got a touchable material block and a switch up there, so what I'm going to do is bring the block down, jump on the block. That raises up, but if I jump off, that's going to come back down. So I'll move the block across, stop that, jump that down, and away. Okay, now the next thing what we wanted to really take advantage of is rear touch. So here we've got a very simple example. You'll see if I touch around on the rear touch, it appears where my finger is, and I can just pull that out, I can push that back in. shows just a, as I say, a really simple example of how we can use the rear touch for puzzles. And now this is something which is a little bit more complicated. So again, I've got some blocks which can be affected by rear touch. I can push them in and out, and I need to get sat boy to the top of the screen. So I'll push out these blocks, jump across. Next one. Okay, and I've got the screen. And now, in typical Little Big Planet fashion, I shall, my epic finale, fire Satboy across the screen with a sardine can. Okay. So hopefully that gives you just a little flavour of the kind of traditional games, traditional levels, what we have in Little Big Planet. We also put a lot of focus on mini games. And if you go and have a look at the demo on the show floor, we've got some mini games and they're really, really suited to the device being portable and all of the features of PSVita, which you'll see when you get hands on. So next thing to talk about is Create. Our community are the lifeblood of Little Big Planet. We absolutely love them, and they always use the tools in novel ways to create amazing content that we just never imagined. We already have over 5 million levels on the PlayStation 3 version. And in the Vita version, we have all of the tools from the PlayStation 3 version, but we've also created some completely new tools to help creators build levels and mini-games using the inputs of the PlayStation Vita, but also being able to make games more pick up and play and more suited for a portable device. We expect to have different type of levels on PlayStation Vita than we do on PlayStation 3, and we're trying to encourage that so you get a different experience. This movie now shows you how you can create it on the move. So the great thing about Little Big Planet Vita is that you can not only create on the move, but you can also share content on the move. You can upload and down levels on the go via Wi-Fi, but also via 3G. This, on top of all the community features which we share with the PlayStation 3 version, means that sharing has never been easier than it will be on PlayStation Vita. So I hope you see now why we're so excited about Little Big Planet on PlayStation Vita, and why we think that Little Big Planet and PlayStation Vita are the perfect match. Thank you.
Thanks, Pete. And I think from that video, you could really see how Vita's feature set, in particular the inbuilt cameras, are really going to add some new dimensions to particularly creating on the go. And another significant use of the cameras will be to allow for seamless augmented reality experiences. Now, ever since the introduction of PlayStation 2 and the iToy camera, games like iToy Play, and then on PSP with Invisimals, and more recently with PlayStation Move titles, whether it be iPad or Start the Party, we've been pushing the boundaries of augmented reality gaming, with many consumers embracing these immersive and exciting new experiences. But now, with PlayStation Vita, we have the opportunity, we believe, to push those boundaries even further. So now, I would like to introduce two new technologies that show off more of Vita's AR experience, together with one new AR-based launch title, Reality Fighters, a customizable fighting experience that utilises the front and rear cameras to transform the real world into your gameplay world. So here to show us more of this, with a little help from Johnny and Ellie, is John McLaughlin.
Thanks, Michael. So I'd like to show you two new augmented reality technologies that were shown for the first time last week at Tokyo Game Show. First, we have wide area augmented reality, or WAR for short. Now, traditionally, AR games like Invisimals and iPads have only used single markers, but we can now add to that AR experience with WAR, which consists of up to 6 markers that the player can use to create a much larger gameplay environment. Or, depending on the game, we can introduce different markers to create new gameplay objects. This opens up exciting new possibilities for the types of games that we can create in augmented reality. Here you can see Wipeout, which is using a traditional single marker approach and looks very cool. But with the multiple markers, we've used a larger gameplay area here to create a game of mini tanks on your tabletop. And the player can create geometry around real-life objects, so you can interact with them in-game. And you can use markers on different planes, so your character can jump off the coffee table down to the ground. And this is a great example of using the markers to manipulate a racetrack in real time, creating hills, bends and chicanes. And now your Invisimals can do much more than just battle. And you can create your very own dog show using different markers to create new challenges for your virtual pet. And breakfasts may never be the same again, unless you like sausages. So our second AR technology is a true markerless solution. Using the Vita's processing power, we can create a markerless augmented reality by scanning in everyday objects that you'll find in your home or in the street. Play video, please. So here the Vita is recognising the natural feature points in the room and also the table and the ground in order to set our scene. Once we've scanned it in, we can bring our character in, our little ape. And now we've scanned the scene, we can view around the character in full 360 degrees, but without a marker. There's also an added benefit of being able to view the character from greater distances. So here on this outdoor scene, we can see lots of different apes at different distances from the camera. And this showcases the different levels of scale that we can achieve with a markerless augmented reality solution. And here's our famous PlayStation T-Rex. Let's hope he doesn't find any apes to eat. And also, by combining the gyros with our markerless AR technology, we can move away from the ground points, and it enables us to look up to see the T-Rex towering above us. So as you can see, with these exciting new technologies still in development, the Vita will be the platform of choice for augmented reality gaming. Which brings me on to Reality Fighters, the first AR game that's going to be available at European launch. Using the built-in cameras, we can scan and turn ourselves into fighting megastars and battle in the real world. We've scanned in Johnny and Ellie in from EuroGamer. We'll give them a few hairstyles. Johnny looks pleased with that one. And now we can customise. Using front touch, I can make Johnny thin, fat, or really muscular. So I'm going to give him the body he's always wanted. There we go. And now there's over 400 costume pieces enabling you to create anything you want, from full costumes to crazy mashups. You can wear a t-shirt and jeans or something more exotic like a soldier. We've settled on a little pink bunny outfit for Ellie and a robot for Johnny. And now we can pick our fight styles. You can choose between your traditional martial arts, or perhaps you might want to stand out from the crowd, be a disco dancer, a magician, maybe a superhero. Ellie's going to be a bunny, Johnny an awesome boxing robot. And once you've created your fighter, you can do much more than fight. You can have cool filters to change the look, and view them in the in-game menu or here in AR. Take photographs of yourself and your friends and share them to your social network sites. And we support 2 AR technologies in the game. Single marker-based AR enables us to view the action from any angle at 60 frames per second. It's perfect for tabletop gameplay. But if you're gaming on the move, or you don't have the ability to place your marker down, you can use the gyros to place the fighters in the world at a much larger scale. But if you're gaming on the bus or the train, it might not always be easy to play with augmented reality. So we've got panoramic photo backdrops. We use the gyros in the Vita to look around in any direction and place the fighters in these stunning locations to battle. And the player will also have their own option to create their own backdrops. Using the Vita camera, take your picture, share online with your friends. So now we're going to see a battle of EuroGamer. It's Johnny versus Ellie. Who's going to win? Let's fight. Johnny Micheal, winner. Thank you.